bleaching cream.
This is melasma. I'm trying to get rid of it. I've tried everything.
Introducing Muesli Face RX, prescription skincare delivered straight to your door. The spot cream is 10 times more potent than over-the-counter and prescription alternatives, so you'll finally see a difference.
My skin looks amazing.
It's amazing.
I'm a loyal customer forever.
See for yourself at muesli.com/TV.
Tomorrow on ET, Bahamas Week slides on with FBI's Edwin Hodge. I love him.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yes, he's such a good guy. And I love you for coming to play.
Thank you.
Yes,
this has been so much fun.
It has, and thank you to
Happening now.
Still many unanswered questions after a San Antonio police shooting that killed a 46-year-old woman on the southwest side. Today, we're hearing from the Bexar County District Attorney's Office and the police union after 3 officers were charged with murder.
The infamous heat high planted overhead will actually be moving a little bit in the days ahead. We're going to talk about what that means for your temperatures in just a bit.
And if being denied a home mortgage is keeping you from buying that new house, we're going to tell you some ways you can reverse that decision and maybe, just maybe, get the keys to your dream home. The News at 5 starts right now. First at 5, a lawsuit on the way from the family of Melissa Pettis, the woman who was shot and killed by 3 San Antonio police officers last week.
Her daughter appearing on Good Morning America today, explaining the devastation that the family is feeling after that shooting that claimed her mother's life. But we have to ask, where does that investigation stand?
RJ Marquez with what the Bexar County District Attorney and Police Union are saying tonight.
She didn't deserve this, and those officers took my life. I will never be the same person again.
The daughter of Melissa Pettis, tearfully breaking her silence this morning, 3 days after the police shooting that killed her mom. The San Antonio police body camera footage is difficult to watch. It shows 3 officers open fire at Pettis early Friday morning at an apartment in the 6200 block of Old Pearsall Road on the southwest side. They had been called out to the complex after Pettis cut the wires to a fire alarm system. When they arrived, the affidavit says that one officer saw Pettis pick up a hammer and break a window while heading in their direction.
You're gonna get shot!
Shoot me!
Chief William McManus later said Pettis was suffering from a mental health crisis.
The fact that 3 officers all thought that this was okay, the fact that the first words out of their mouth was, "You're going to get shot," rather than, "We're here to help."
The officers identified as Sergeant Alfred Flores, Nathaniel Villalobos, and Eleazar Alejandro are out on bond and face murder charges. 3 separate investigations are now underway. The Office of Bexar County District Attorney Joe Gonzalez released a statement saying that once SAPD completes their investigation, the Civil Rights Division will fully review the evidence and prepare the cases for presentation to the grand jury. The statement ends by saying, "Our office extends heartfelt condolences to the family and loved ones of Ms. Pettis, who tragically lost her life." The law firm representing Pettis' family intends to file a lawsuit.
There needs to be systemic changes at the police department, or this is going to continue to happen.
And SAPD does have a mental health unit that is supposed to come in during these instances. It's unclear whether that team was called in this case. We emailed SAPD to find out and have not heard back. I did talk to the San Antonio Police Officers Association. President Danny Diaz is meeting with Chief William McManus today to learn more about the investigation. And in a statement, the union says, on behalf of the San Antonio Police Officers Association, we express our deepest condolences to Melissa Pettis' family. Following the tragic incident, Chief McManus followed all necessary protocols. All 3 officers have been suspended indefinitely. Diaz says because it's an active investigation, the union cannot speak further until the investigation is complete and judicial process is underway. Stephen, Ursula.
Thank you so much, RJ. Shot and left for dead. It's what an 18-year-old man is accused of doing, and he's now facing a murder charge. Take a look at Steven Herrera. He is currently in the Guadalupe County Jail for the shooting death of Juan Pablo Juarez Jr. That happened earlier this month. The 49-year-old found dead in Seguin on June 16th. The Seguin Police Department believed that there might have been an argument between the 2 men before the shooting. Herrera's bond has now been set at $100,000. If you live in Cibolo and you heard the sound of gunfire in your neighborhood early this morning, Cibolo police are looking for the person who pulled the trigger. They say right now there is no threat to the public.
Instead, the suspect got out of his vehicle around 1 this morning, fired about 10 shots at a home on Sunset Heights. Surveillance video shows the person driving a gray or silver four-door car. No one injured, but if you have any information that can help, call Cibolo Police at 210-659-1999. Crime Stoppers need your help finding a driver involved in a hit and run last month. By the way, this is the SUV they're looking for. It was released today. On May 28th, this picture and this person in the SUV accused of hitting a man on his bike. It was on Commerce Street. The driver didn't stop to help. Now that person is wanted by San Antonio police. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP.
Another law going on the books this year that could make a fatal drunk driving crash a lot more expensive starting on September 1st. Drunk drivers who are convicted of manslaughter will have to pay child support if parents or underage children were killed in that crash. Governor Greg Abbott signing that House Bill 393 into law this month. The restitution will be paid until the child reaches 18 or graduates from high school, whichever happens later. As for those imprisoned, they must begin paying their child support no later than 1 year after they are released from prison.
Check out traffic right now. Let's go to 281 in San Pedro, and you can see traffic moving smoothly in both directions as it winds towards Bitters there and Wurzbach Parkway. Heavy traffic, but no major traffic tie-ups to tell you about.
And another sunny and, of course, hot day out there today. 104 the high temperature here in San Antonio. That's 2 degrees shy of the record set back in 2012. By the way, Del Rio, another record high today. That is 9 days in a row of record high temperatures, making it to 110. That's a record by 1 degree. Pleasanton, Hondo made it up to 104. Gonzales, a high temperature of 100 this afternoon. And temperatures right now are still generally in the low 100s across our area. We're going to talk more about the heat high, how it moves, and what that means for us in just a bit.
Thank you, Adam. Talking about severe weather threatening tens of millions of Americans from the Northeast to the south with, yes, extreme heat, but also dangerous storms in some parts of our country. As ABC's Rena Roy reports, thousands without power and weather-related deaths have been reported, including one here in the Lone Star State.
Deadly tornadoes churning through the nation's heartland. At least 20 reported tornadoes in Iowa, Minnesota, and Indiana, where authorities say the violent weather killed at least one person. Multiple twisters touching down across the state. Watch as this tornado intensifies within seconds in the city of Greenwood, Indiana, destroying multiple houses. In the town of Bargersville, another reported tornado damaging at least 75 homes.
Altogether, we're probably looking at roughly 3 miles damaged.
This housing development ripped apart in Little Rock, Arkansas. Officials say 2 people were killed after a tree fell on this mobile home following a storm Sunday. Forecasters say approximately 60 million Americans are now under a severe weather threat, and there have been more than 800 severe weather reports over the past 3 days. Meanwhile, at least 9 states from Arizona to Mississippi are under heat alerts. A father and his 14-year-old stepson died while hiking in Texas's Big Bend National Park when temperatures hit 119 degrees.
The line of severe storms is marching toward the Atlantic coast today, all the way down from South Carolina to here in New York City. The main concerns are damaging wind, large hail, and potentially even a few tornadoes. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
More than $3 billion in federal funds coming to Texas. It's going to help expand broadband access statewide. The $3.3 billion investment in Texas, the most any state is getting from that infrastructure law, which is funding $40 billion nationwide. President Joe Biden says now it's a necessity.
Not unlike what Franklin Delano Roosevelt did, we brought electricity to nearly every American home and farm in our nation. Today, Kamala and I are making an equally historic investment to connect everyone in America to high-speed internet by an affordable high-speed internet by 2030. It's the biggest investment in high-speed internet ever.
Another $1.5 billion in state funding is going toward the same thing. Those funds are targeting rural and underserved areas of the state. To read more about how Texas plans to use the funds, you can head over to KSAT.com.
So are you heading anywhere for the 4th of July? If you are, you're not alone. AAA expecting the record-breaking travel trend heading into that weekend. With so many people heading out of town, Ivan Rodriguez has tips on things you should know before you go and make that trek.
Independence Day is just around the corner, and the travel forecast is set to be hot.
AAA is predicting that nearly 51 million Americans will travel for the 4th of July weekend, and that's an all-time record for us.
AAA's blockbuster forecast predicts that of those 50.7 million travelers who will venture more than 50 miles from home, more than 40 million will go by car.
Friday is going to be the worst day for driving because everyone's going to be on the road at that time. So you can leave Thursday night or Saturday morning. That would be ideal.
And with gas prices holding steady, spokesperson Andrew Gross doesn't anticipate much pain at the pump.
As oil prices have dropped, the price at the pump has dropped too. So whereas last year people may have been paying $4.80 to $5 a gallon, now they're going to be paying $3.50 or less in most places.
But the same can't be said for the record 4.2 million flyers set to take off this weekend. Airfare is up as much as 50% over last year. To avoid the inevitable trouble in the terminal, Gross says to travel early, travel light, and stay informed.
Get to the airport on time, have the airlines app on your phone so you can check and see if there are any gate changes.
And if you've got more travel plans ahead, be prepared. This season isn't cooling down.
I think this is a real scene setter for what we're going to see for the rest of summer. If the 4th of July is really packed, then probably the rest of summer travel is really going to be robust.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Still to come at 5, good news for renters, not so much for potential buyers. Up next, where mortgage rates stand, and if you can get turned down the first time, how you could turn that around to get into a new home.
Welcome back. I'm Stefania Jimenez with a look at what we're working on for you for the news at 6 o'clock. So this is the last week of Brain Health Awareness Month. So we're checking in on the latest research on dementia, which could have a new treatment. At 6 o'clock, you'll meet a widow and a brain health expert, and they're going to tell us what changes are hopefully on the horizon. Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis is making a campaign stop today in Eagle Pass. The Florida governor, talking immigration during the visit, what he says his specific plan would address. Plus, we're also talking about lupus. It's an autoimmune disease where the body attacks its own organs and tissue. We're going to discuss how to recognize some of the symptoms of lupus and also some of the less common warning signs. All that and so much more for you on the news at 6.
Thank you, Stefania. If you rent, you'll likely have a few extra bucks in your pocket soon, according to Realtor.com. The U.S. median rent last month fell 0.5% since May of last year. That's the first annual drop in about 3 years.
The largest year-over-year drops are in Las Vegas, parts of California, and Phoenix. Rent is going up, however, in parts of the Midwest and the Northeast.
On the flip side, though, mortgage rates continue to hover around 7%, double what they were a couple of years ago. And that is making it tough for some people to get a loan.
Yeah, being denied can be demoralizing. But 12 on your side's Marilyn Moore says there are some things you can do because being told no doesn't always mean all is lost.
Owning your own home is the American dream, but getting your foot in the door, actually buying that first home, can be tricky, especially for certain communities. Listen to this.
Black and Hispanic customers actually get denied home loans almost twice as much as white customers.
If your loan application gets denied, there are things you can do to help save it, but you have to act fast.
If you want to save your loan, you'll have just a day or two between the time in which the loan officer breaks the bad news to you and the bank issues a formal letter of denial.
Start by asking why. By law, you are entitled to an explanation. If it's because some information was missing, get it ASAP.
By providing a letter explaining anything that the lender may not be clear about, such as why there's a gap in your employment, along with supporting documentation, could salvage your loan application.
If you hit dead ends, shopping around for a new mortgage might be your best bet, but do it quickly because every time your credit score is hard checked, it can ding your score. You have 14 days to find a new mortgage to avoid further dinging your credit score. If you're looking for a new loan, here's something that can help. Find a lender that participates in what's called a special purpose credit program. This program allows the lender to specifically assist disadvantaged disadvantaged borrowers of color, women, people with disabilities, and other underserved groups. You can find a bank offering this program by going to the National Fair Housing Alliance website. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
It is no secret that it's unbearably hot outside, and today, ERCOT did what it's done quite a few times now, issuing a weather watch for the week. It started yesterday, and it's going to be in effect until Friday.
Now, Texans don't have to do anything differently at the moment. ERCOT just wants people to know this week we are in a period of high demand. They say there will be enough supply to meet that demand. Here in San Antonio, CPS Energy still wants people, though, to conserve energy until 8 o'clock tonight.
Voluntary conservation. Taking a look outside with live cam. Yeah, that's the spot to be. Get in the pool.
Yeah.
Even frozen,
Big
it looks good.
Pool,
even a frozen pool, even better.
Oh, that
Frozen
would be nice.
Sounds good.
We tried that at my friend's house. We dumped a bunch of bags. It doesn't work.
Really?
I think we all know it wouldn't work, but it didn't work.
I put bags of ice in the water trough for the horses, and
that's
they
a good
do
idea.
like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Block ice is the best if you can do that. Anyway,
I was waiting for Ursula to say that she jumps in the truck.
I'll do it next time.
I guess not.
Next time.
Don't get me started. An ice bath is good for you. It's been scientifically proven. That's something for another day. Wim Hof, one of my guys that I follow. Anyway, okay, we're going to talk about temperatures now. We don't need to get into the Wim Hof method. Take a look at our temperature trend. 102 is what we're expecting by Wednesday, even 103 tomorrow. Wednesday, we're 102, 101 by Thursday, and notice that trend a little bit downward by Sunday and Monday. High temperatures, we're going to trim back just a little bit in the days ahead, and here's why. Let's talk about our overall weather pattern. Quiet across the state right now. A few showers in West Texas, that's it. Notice the real activity is pinwheeling here up around the Great Lakes and parts of southern Canada. That's where the action is, along with these yellow boxes indicating the severe thunderstorm potential in the mid-Atlantic and parts of the East Coast. And it's no surprise that you're seeing the precipitation in these little pinwheels, these counterclockwise circulations, one over the northwestern U.S., one over the northeastern U.S. and the Great Lakes. Here in Texas, we have our old friend or foe, however you want to put it, the infamous heat high sitting overhead. And this literally presses down on us, which then compresses the air and makes it hot outside. And it is unusually strong. I will point that out. It's typically not this strong, even by June standards. But notice how it slides eastward. That's going to help us out a bit and at least relieve some of that pressure from the heat high, also opening the door for any disturbances. When it's overhead, it's like a big blocking mechanism in the atmosphere. Now, the door is going to be open, but that doesn't mean we're actually going to get the disturbances that we could use to generate showers. I mean, we can't even make a cloud outside today. 103 right now, dew point is 65, so we're feeling the mugginess out there. That makes it feel like it's 107. Check out Cotulla, feels like of 111. Del Rio, or these are the actual air temperatures, I should say. We'll get into the heat indices in a moment. Del Rio at 110, Cotulla 111. Another triple-digit day for most of us. Even Kennedy 104. Divine 106, Gonzales triple digits even. But here's the key. We're still feeling that mugginess. Despite the ground drying out a little bit, we still have this relatively high humidity in the afternoon. We're slowly chipping away at it, but these dew points at least fell into the 60s today, which is a little bit of relief compared to the past couple of weeks this time of day. Here's the feels like temperature. Stinson Airport on the south side feels like 109. Feels like 113 in Cotulla. And notice this, in Del Rio, the air temperature is 110 and it feels 110. Once that dew point gets 60 or under in the afternoon, which it typically does this time of year, then you get the heat index to actually match the air temperature. And I think we'll start to see more of that in the days ahead, at least the two numbers getting closer. As for tomorrow, we start the day at 77. That's at 7 a.m. By noon, we're 94. 5 o'clock, 103, so a lot like today, but it's going to feel like it's closer to 109 around San Antonio when you factor in that humidity. Tomorrow, actual air temperatures, Crystal City, Carrizo Springs area, 110, Cotulla, Laredo, 109, Del Rio, 109, and that would be a record by 1 degree. So that could be the 10th record-breaking day in a row in Del Rio. Timberwood Park, 101, Lavernia. You'll be 104 tomorrow. And I mentioned that trend at least slightly downward. I mean, it's baby steps this time of year. We'll take what we can get. And notice a few extra clouds in the sky by Sunday and Monday with that high out of here, but so far no rain chances.
Thank you, Adam.
All right, I have a friend who knew somebody who was at the restaurant where Pop and all the guys, Manu,
we were all
Robinson, Duncan. How many of those stories do you think there are going around San Antonio?
A ton of them.
Where they all went to dinner.
I was not there.
I was not there either.
I wasn't there.
Yeah. You weren't there? Okay, there's three of us. We didn't make it. Sorry. We didn't get the invite?
Yeah.
So my question is, does Wimby know anything about that Winhorf method? You know, does he know something about that? We do know that it's about time to start playing basketball for this young fella. All the fun and games and introductions over. And San Antonio FC will be happy when the month of June is over. Coming up.
I got to get a better feel for where his head is at. Talk to his people who have trained him his whole life. They've been with our people, and we've got to make those decisions once we're all together.
Well, it didn't take long for some of this to be worked out. Overnight, we read the news, thanks to L'Equipe in France, that Victor Wembanyama told them that he will not be playing for France in the summer's FIBA World Cup, and instead he's going to focus on suiting up for the Spurs this coming season. And here's what he told them when it came to making that decision. It would not be realistic in terms of development and not prudent in terms of my health. I hope people will understand. It's frustrating for me, too. The France team is still central for me. I want to win as many titles as possible with the team, but I think it's a necessary sacrifice. So it's off to basketball for him after 3 days of Wimby Fest. Now we have to wonder when we're actually going to see him suit up for the Spurs and get down to some basketball. A handful of Spurs fans got to see him actually in his Spurs jersey Saturday around noon after his press conference at the AT&T Center. The Spurs will start practices at the practice facility this week, and then they're going to head off to Summer League play. It all starts in Sacramento this weekend. KSAT Tour Sports will be there. And here's a look at their schedule, which includes the preseason home games that were just released today. So they start in California, the California Classic up there in Sacramento, a little cooler up there, I'm sure. July 3rd, it's the Spurs and the Hornets. And remember, the Hornets had the second pick in the draft, got that young man from Alabama, so that'll be fun to watch. And then it is off to the 5th, Spurs and Lakers. And then it's off to Vegas, back to the Heat. So you see that schedule there. And then October 13th, they take on Miami here at home. October 16th, Houston. And then Houston again, October 18th for their preseason matchups. That's when we really get to see the fun from Wembanyama. All right, San Antonio FC went the whole month of June not winning a single match. The defending champs went 0-1-3. That's 3 draws, 1 loss. That lone loss came Saturday in Sacramento. San Antonio went down 2-0 before getting one in the net. They lost 3-1 after goalkeeper Jordan Farr received a red card. SAFC has now slipped to 4th in the Western Conference.
We went down 2-0, came back 2-1, gave ourselves a chance, and throughout the game, there's a lot of positives to take away from it. I'm proud of the boys for their resilience, and we move on and we look at Birmingham now.
They are back at it Saturday, and we'll be back after this.
Thanks so much for watching the News at 5.
Well, news up next. We'll see you back here at 6.